Oh, a nerd! Great!
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's.
How's it going, everyone? I'm the Dungeon Meister, and welcome back to the table. And we are back on Shadowverse Worlds Beyond again today, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I actually want to take a little bit of a closer look at Take-Two, and I want to kind of give some thoughts and some, just tips, more likely, rather than thoughts. Give tips on how to draft, a good deck with Take-Two. I mean, it's easy enough to see the good cards and take them, but the process behind why people take those cards. So I want to do a draft, and we'll go into it, and hopefully it's kind. I have the most knowledge about Sword, and Albert Zirconia is absolutely something worth taking. Orcus Sylvia, also really good. Man, this is kind of tough. I think we'll just do Sword. I'm most familiar with Sword, so in each one of these picks, every time something comes up, you are looking to get the cards that are going to give you the most value. And you have to think about this in a way where the decks are only 30 cards, not 40, and this is not constructed. People are not always going to have the perfect answer on the perfect turn. And so you need things that are going to give you longevity throughout the course of a game. So between these cards here, Ian is decent because he's a 3-drop 2/2 that gives somebody +1/+1, and he himself has ward. But this Detective Lens card is complete ass. It does nothing for me. It's 2 mana to play it, and then it just removes ward from something. So this card is not good. It does not give me value. Ernesta, she's a 6-drop, so she's pretty high cost, but when she hits the field, she gives everybody +1/+1, and if you evolve her, she does it again. And Nightly Rending is you select something on the field, destroy it, and you get a Steelclad Knight, which is a 2/2. So of these two, this is the side that gives you more value long term, because this is removal and this is just a bigger board buff. There is the argument here that honestly neither of these are great and you could redraw, but for the purpose of this, let's just go ahead and take this side. So then same thing here. So Coachwoman is pretty good in Take-Two because she's a 2-drop that gives you a body when she dies. Ancestral Crown is actually decent in Take-Two because it can sometimes be a little bit slower and the boards are harder to deal with. If you get something like Ancestral Crown into Luminous, Magus, it's actually a pretty annoying board to deal with. And on the other side, we have Iron Crown Majesty and Luminous Lance Trooper. Both of these cards are really good. These cards are good. I think these cards are better because they are more versatile. This summons a dude, gives all officers rush. You have the choice here with this card. You can either get 2 followers or you can buff your whole board. I think this side gives you more value than this side, so I'm going to take the left side. And you are basically doing this through the whole course of the format, obviously till you draft your 30-card deck. But all Take-Two really is knowing how much value you're going to get out of your cards. And because this is a little bit of a slower format compared to Constructed, games are often usually going to go into the later turns. So you need cards that are going to get you through the early game as well as cards that are going to scale into the late game. And you want to play around your deck's biggest win conditions. So right now, I know from my legendaries, I have an Albert in here. So he is my turn 9 or later win condition. I also have Zirconia, which a good early board into a Zirconia can also just win the game on turn 5. So both of these are very, very solid cards. I am lacking a little bit of my early game right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take the left side here. These cards are insane. So this card's okay. This card is just terrible. This card is amazing, and so is Luminous. So this side is just going to give way more value than that side. Dog is a great card to have in here. Way the Maid isn't terrible. Another Zirconia, I think we always take that. Hound or Nesta. I don't really want too many, so I think I'm going to redraw here. And these cards are great. Geno and Shinobi. These cards, because this card is just bad. Gelt is good in Take 2, but both of these cards are also very good. I think this side is better because Coachwoman is a very good early game. This thing's going to draw us a spell. We have some... Oops, not that. We have some good spells in here that it could draw. Way the Maid, Battle Princess, Divine Thunder, Nightly Rending. A lot of the targets that this thing can grab are pretty good, so I think this side is better. So now this one's interesting because Centaur is also like a win condition. Dogs are just good in this mode because they can be used as 3-drops or 6-drops. Same thing with Fighter. He can be used as a 2-drop or a 4-drop. So this is pretty... That's pretty good. I think I'm going to go with right side. Although, having a Centaur... So this is one that this is also... I don't think either of these options are great. I don't have a lot of things that are going super wide. I mean, I have 2 Zirconias, but I don't have any Luminous Magus or anything like that. So I don't think I'm going to get a lot of value out of the crown here. So I think I'm actually going to redraw this. Princess is good. Ernesta is just okay. I think Prim is very good, but Night Shadow Ninja kind of sucks. I think I'm going to take it because I want the Prim still, but... Oh, there we go. And draw. Luminous and draw. Very good. Oh. This one's tough. I think it's this one. I think Samurai is too good. I already have 2 dogs, right? Yeah, I already have 2 dogs. Take this one. And our final one, a 3rd Zirconia and an Amalia. So now that we've kind of pieced together our deck, let's look at it here. So what are, like, the big value cards in here? I mean, obviously we have 3 Zirconias. The chances we see this game... or see this card in a game is so high. 30 card deck, we have 3 copies, 10% chance every card we draw is going to be Zirconia, and that gets higher and higher until we eventually grab her. We have 1 Albert, 1 Amalia, 1 Geno for late game. We did hit a Luminous Magus as well. We are lacking a little bit of like a finisher. In terms of, like, if I don't have Albert, it can be maybe hard to win games because I don't have a ton of ways of going super wide. I only have the 1 Luminous. But we do have a lot of early games. So, looking at my deck right now and the way that I've drafted it, we have solid end games with Albert being our biggest win condition. So to set up for that, the best thing that we want to do is we have a lot of early game followers. We want to just lay down aggression like super hard in the early game. We want to deal as much chip damage as we can, try and get a bunch of these guys on board so that they stick, so that way when my evolve term comes around, hopefully I'll have 1 or 2 followers on board that I can buff with Zirconia. So this deck has tons of value. I think it's one of the reasons why, I mean, I don't think, I know this is one of the reasons that Swordcraft is arguably the best like deck to pick in Take 2. The only other one I think is a fighting chance is Portal, because Portal also has insane value. I think Sword's just a little easier to pilot. So I think Portal might be better in the long run, but it takes a little bit more brain power to kind of think through those plays. Where Sword, you just play the big cards and just kind of outswarm your opponent. So we have plenty of value in this deck. All of our cards are pretty much good. There's really nothing that I would be sad to get like stuck in my hand here, except maybe this like Ninja Master. This card's pretty dead almost 100% of the time. But every other card has a purpose in here and can be played at any stage of the game, and I would feel good about playing it. The only card that we drafted that is kind of maybe not good is this Night Shadow Ninja Master. But everything else, solid value. So I hope that like kind of helps a little bit, actually seeing me go through and draft. Obviously, like the more you play the game, the more you'll kind of develop your own knowledge of what cards are good, what kind of play style you want to go for. Because if you dip your toes into too much of everything, trying to be, jack of all trades, you will become the master of none. And so, like, this here tells me my game plan is early game aggression. And so, kind of having established that, we have plenty of tools to do that. But, I see this a lot when people draft Rune or Blood. They will pick cards that's like, oh, like, my first two options are dirt cards, so clearly I'm going dirt. And then they just skip out on good spell boost cards because they have already decided in their mind they're committing to dirt. But at the same time, you don't want to go back and forth too much either. You want to give yourself a little bit of flexibility. Basically, Take Two is just play the good cards. You don't necessarily need to, like, pick up a dirt card and go, I'm committing 100% dirt, or I'm committing 100% spell boost. Because if you commit to, like, going full dirt, and you skip, like, I don't know why you ever would, but, like, you skip something like an Anangrea or a Kuon, because they're not dirt, quote-unquote, dirt cards. You'll just kind of end up in a bad place. So, I mean, that kind of contradicts what I, was just talking about with, like, trying not to dip your toes in too much of everything. At some point, you do need to decide which way you're leaning. I guess I was more talking about, like, basically the first half of your draft. Like, your first 15, 16 cards, they should, I would say your first 16 cards, you need to be flexible. Take the good cards. And then about halfway, kind of assess where you're at, which way are you leaning, and do you have a way to win the game? And if you don't have a way, or you have very few ways, then you need to lean into which side of your draft is going to do that for you. So again, like with my draft here, about halfway, I think at that point I had 2 Zirconias, I had no Luminous Magus, I started with the Albert, and I had like no late game. So it's like, well, clearly my answer is not like stalling or trying to like set up a more control-y style where I'm value trading. Like, no, I need to beat my opponent very quickly, I need to hit them in the face. So I'm probably going to be doing things like evolving my Shinobi Squirrel to just kind of put more ambushed followers on board. I'm going to develop wide boards early and then basically play around Zirconia as a win condition. So that would be like my tips to you. I'll probably, like, just at the end of this video, I'll tack on, I'll do a game real quick. And I'll tack that gameplay on at the end to see if I can actually execute what I am talking about and give it like as a demonstration. So hopefully this video will help some people. If not, well, I tried, but I hope that if there are people wanting to kind of learn and kind of get into the headspace of what makes a good Take Two deck, I hope this helps a little bit. So with that said, let's go ahead and we'll jump right into a gameplay.
This will be over in a flash. I long for sights unseen. your path, no matter the hardships. What's today's happy little surprise?
You knave. There's no end to a fairy blader's training. Trifle. An endless journey.
Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Same time tomorrow?
Did it!
To the shores of victory!
What's today's happy little surprise?
Not all is lost. I'll do what I can. Lightning! I won't let our heroes fight alone!
We're under the bridge.
Rally to your
Oaths
king!
are forged in steel.
Let's play a game. Let's play a game.
Not all is lost.
My oath is
Let's play a
fulfilled.
game. Same time tomorrow?
Not good.
Help is here!
To the shores of
The
victory!
Lord Commander dawns
Roar,
on
O
us.
thunder!
Reason.
To the shores of victory!
My wings shall be your deliverance.
I see.
Hear the primal cries of nature.
I yield.
Same time tomorrow? Same time tomorrow? I demand a rematch!
Hour of reckoning!
To the shores of victory!
What cruelty!
Thunderstrike! Victory is at hand!
The forest guard dons his mask. Don't look away. Fellowship.
Not all is
Play
lost.
a game. Same time tomorrow?
I was
Bring on the flowers, bub.
Rage Tempest! Roar Thunder!
This is new.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along.